Doc had no stomach for violence. Though his liver does enjoy getting good Clint Eastwood feeling from time to time. He walked off and wished a pal. Surprisingly, the deer was still standing there. His smirk now turned to a broad grin. I settled the crosshairs just beyond the front shoulder, squeezed off the cheek. Through the smoke, I could not tell if I hit him or not. The shot felt good. I even felt a little bit sorry for him. The least I could have done was give him a sporting chance. Well, that would have explained this. But to miss me, he was just standing there smiling at me. That was humiliating.
So what's the score now?
Deer 16-0.
You have to write a hunting article about this? How are you going to do that?
Great difficulty, but I'm going to do it. Driving back to town, I told Doc about all the atrocities that editors had committed against drivers who didn't get their articles in on time. He shuddered.
Why don't you just make something up? Heck, that's what he can ask you. Just say you have to do it.
I can't do that. But I think I figured a way out of this mess.
It's easy to see you know I can ask. What's your angle you do?
Well, I thought I'd start out with this. The sun's shone out against the western sky, like a drop of blood on a block.
Hi. Mind if I sit down?
I'd like to be alone.
It's the only seat in your house.
Sit.
Trying to tell your future?
What?
Reading tea leaves.
No.
In a bad mood?
Shut up.
Hardly meet people this way.
We're not meeting.
Just got dumped, huh? You've got that Miller scum. I hope you dine in your future with home.
Wow, you're very perceptive.
He cheated on you.
Not exactly.
Oh, so he was married. Wait, don't go because of me.
I just like to be alone.
Don't you think it's time to get over this guy?
And how should I do that? Go out with a creep like you?
It could work.
I think you're a pig.
You think Homer or pigs?
Oh, goodbye. It was not nice meeting you.
Wait, don't go. I just thought that maybe you could...
Get to know each other? Right. You want me to show you every facet of my soul, to trust you completely, and then you'll lie to me? No thanks. Not interested.
Well, look, why don't we just get it out in the open right now? I will lie to you all the time. I guarantee you never to tell the truth. And you can return the favor.
You don't want the truth?
There's a risk of parting this way. Whatever develops between us is completely fake. You have a few laughs, get over this jerk, get rid of me, and go find someone decent.
What diseases does this guy have?
You're not the only one with a broken heart, you know.
I don't trust you.
I don't want you to.
I don't even like you.
You never know me.
And I never will if you only tell me lies.
Well, I can't make you feel much worse than you already do. For amusement's sake.
We stay in public places. If I still don't like you in 5 minutes, you leave. No questions asked.
Agreed. 5 minutes. Now, no more truth.
Just imagine meeting someone and telling nothing but lies.
Could this lead to a happily ever after?
Lies, lies, lies.
About that age. Hi, my name is Sal. Sal Pimento.
Pimento.
I'm from a prominent Sicilian family.
So what do you do for a living?
Well, you see, I used to be in the family business, but the authorities didn't approve.
You were a mobster?
That's not the term we like to use. But anyway, the FBI made me a generous offer of a new house, new things, a new wife, in return for a little testimony on my part. I'm a greengrocer now. I specialize in imported tomatoes. It's a living.
You probably shouldn't be telling me this.
You're right. You do have a very suspicious face.
I question everything. I'm a writer, a novelist. Cynthia. Cynthia Woods.
And you write...
Literary romances. Chance meetings of fascinating people whose lives suddenly become intertwined.
Like novelists and gangsters. We're a perfect match.
Oh, I'm sure we are. So tell me more about yourself.
Well, I'm married, 2 kids, love them dearly. I saw you and I thought to myself, what an ugly old hag. I hope I can find a table far away enough to where I won't even have to look at her.
Well, that's really nice.
I only tell the truth, of course.
Right. I thought you were thoroughly charming from the start.
Well, that's probably because you're thinking of me as one of the characters in your romance novels. Tall, dark, handsome, ready to whisk you off to Paris with the slightest suggestion.
Right. You just exerted a certain subtle power and charisma.
Well, that comes from knowing that I could have anyone in the room rubbed out my mere phone call.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Pimento?
Honestly, I hope that you suddenly run from this table and leave me in peace. I hope that I fall for you like a body up here, and that you treat me with the same cold-hearted manipulation that I usually get from women. The only thing better would be is if you were a cop busting me for contraband tomatoes, and you took me down to the station and beat me all night with a rubber hose.
Well, all those options sound pretty appealing to me, Mr. Pimento. May I call you Sal?
Of course not. May I call you Woody?
I'd love it. So, how long do you usually wait to call a girl after your first date?
Call her what? I'm usually next to her in the morning. I just kind of call out, hey, I like mine over easy.
Sounds like we'd be a perfect match now. There's nothing I love better than to serve a man hand and foot. To watch him go off to work in the morning and make sure he's got a nice, comfy home to come back to. It's my life's ambition. If I could just find the right man.
Well, I don't see why you'd have any doubts about me then. I'm sure you wouldn't mind me seeing other women while we're dating.
Object. I insist.
I expect the same thing from you, of course. Do you like flowers?
Hate them. They're ugly and they smell bad. Unless, of course, you bring them home to make up for something stupid you've done. Then they work like magic.
And for fun, you probably like working on the car or mowing the lawn.
Plumbing's actually my hobby. And I assume you like operas, art museums, and foreign movies?
I hate them. I prefer, as I am sure you do, monster truck rallies and American gladiators. It's becoming clear to me that we're not suited for each other.
Completely clear.
Really?
So, since we'll never, ever be going on a first date, could you tell me where you won't be taking me?
You see, that's just what I just love about you modern women. You automatically assume I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm going to pick you up and carry you. But you're curious as to know where we won't be going together?
Sure, I'll bite.
Well, the date that I would hate the most would probably involve us going across the street for dinner. And then maybe over to catch the new Irish movie that's in town, followed by a dish of chocolate ice cream.
That would be horrible.
And afterwards, of course, I'd expect you to sleep with me, satisfying my needs completely, after which I'd leave and never call you again. I don't believe in this just a kiss and gradually meet each other on the first date thing. What we're doing right now is how I prefer to meet women. Dress myself upon them in a coffee shop, talk to them against their will, and show them their respect.
I'm sure you're very good at it.
Yes, well, it's getting about time for me to leave. I see another woman over there who seems to be a prime target, if you excuse me.
Wait, don't go.
Right, I'm glad this worked out so well.
Wait, truthfully, don't go. Game over.
You sure?
I may live to regret it, but I'll give you 5 more minutes.
You're too generous.
And this time, the truth, Sal.
Sibling rivalry has always been around. To adults, the reasons behind the argument seem petty, but to a child they are very important. The Pain and the Great One by Judy Blume. The Pain. My brother's a pain. He won't get out of bed in the morning. My mother has to carry him into the kitchen. He opens his eyes and he smells his sugar pops. He should get dressed himself. He's 6. He's in 1st grade. But he's so pokey. Daddy has to help him or he'd never be ready in time and he'd miss the bus. He cries if I leave without him. Then Mom gets mad and yells at me, which is another reason why my brother's a pain. He's got to be first to show Mom his schoolwork. She says ooh and ah over all his pictures, which aren't great at all, but just ordinary 1st grade stuff. At dinner, he picks at his food. He's not supposed to get dessert if he doesn't eat his meat, but he always gets it anyway. When he takes a bath, my brother, the Pain, powders the whole bathroom and never gets his face clean. Daddy says he's learning to take care of himself. I say he's a slob. My brother, the Pain, is 2 years younger than me. So how come he gets to stay up as late as I do? which isn't really late enough for somebody in 3rd grade anyway. I asked Mommy and Daddy about that. They said, "You're right, you are older, you should stay up later." So they tucked the pain into bed. I couldn't wait for the fun to begin. I waited, and waited, and waited, but Daddy and Mom just sat there reading books. Finally I shouted, "I am going to bed." "We thought you wanted to stay up later," they said. "I did, without the pain, there's nothing to do." "Remember that tomorrow," my mom said, and she smiled. But the next day, my brother was a pain again. When I got a phone call, he danced all around me singing stupid songs at the top of his lungs. Why does he have to act that way? And why does he always want to be a garbage man when I build a city out of blocks? Who needs him knocking down buildings with his dumb old trucks? And I would really like to know why the cat sleeps on the Payne's bed instead of mine, especially since I'm the one who feeds her. That is the meanest thing of all. I don't understand how my mother can say the Payne is lovable. She's always kissing him and hugging him and doing other disgusting things like that. And my father says the Payne is just what they've always wanted. Yuck. I think they love him better than me. The great one. My sister thinks she's so great just because she's older, which makes Mommy and Daddy think she's really smart. But I know the truth. My sister's a jerk. She thinks she's so great just because she can play the piano, and you can tell the songs are real ones. But I like my songs better, even if nobody ever heard them before. My sister thinks she's so great just because she can work the electric can opener, which means the cat likes her better, just because she feeds her. My sister thinks she's so great just because Aunt Diana lets her watch the baby and tells her how much the baby likes her. And all the time the baby's sleeping in my dresser drawer, which Mom has fixed up like a bed for when the baby comes to visit. And I'm not supposed to touch him? Even if he's in my drawer and gets changed on my bed. My sister thinks she's so great just because she can remember phone numbers, and when she dials, she never gets the wrong person. And when she has friends over, they build whole cities out of blocks. I like to be the garbage man. I zoom my trucks all around. So what if I knock down some of the buildings? It's not fair she always gets to use the blocks, I told my mother and father. They said, "You're right, today you can use the blocks all by yourself." "I'm going to build a whole city without you," I told the great one. "Go ahead," she said. "Build a whole state without me, see if I care." So I did. I built a whole country all by myself. Only, it's not the funnest thing to play blocks alone, because when I zoom my trucks and knock down buildings, nobody cares but me. Remember that tomorrow, my mom said when I told her I was through playing with blocks. But the next day, we went swimming. I can't stand my sister when we go swimming. She thinks she's so great just because she can swim and dive and isn't afraid to put her face in the water. I'm scared to put mine in, so she calls me a baby, which is why I have to spit water at her and pull her hair and even pinch her sometimes. And I don't think it's fair for Mommy and Daddy to yell at me. None of it's my fault. But they yell anyway. Then my mother hugs my sister and messes with her hair and does other disgusting things like that. And my father says, the great one is just what they've always wanted. Yuck. I think they love her better than me.
Do you remember when you were young and had to have every kind of marker made? Well, this is exactly like Bridget in Purple, Green, and Yellow by Robert Munch. Bridget went to her mother and said, "I need some new coloring markers. All my friends have coloring markers. They draw wonderful pictures. Mommy, I need some coloring markers." "Oh no, I've heard about those coloring markers. Kids draw the wall,